Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for August. I hope everybody's doing well. I would like to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Sagittarius out there, so guys, just take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that in a general reading, the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. And as always, please don't try to force yourself into a reading that is not for you, Sagittarius. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Sagittarius, please? All right, Sagittarius, you are starting out with the Wheel of Fortune. Hey, that's great. That's one of my favorite cards. You have the Knight of Cups, and we have the King of Coins in the reverse. All right, so I do feel like things are turning in your favor here. You're reaping the rewards of good things done in the past. Things are moving in your favor. With the Knight of Cups, you're either receiving somebody is giving you a love offer, or you're wanting to give a love offer. If it's you, you're considering it. Either way, you're considering it, whether you're receiving it or giving it. With the King of Coins in the reverse, this does indicate possibly some instability with your money. So be careful with your money this week. But it indicates some instability. It could also indicate that there has been an ending here as well. So we'll clarify that. Let's see who's in your energy. Because even if there's been an ending, it's in your favor. Everything is moving in your favor. So let's see who's in Sagittarius energy. I love that that was your first card out. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Ace of Coins. We have Judgment in the reverse, and coming out together, we have the Seven of Swords along with the Page of Coins. All right, so this person that's in your energy, this is somebody that it looks like wants a new beginning with you, a stable new beginning, or you may have had one. But with Judgment here in the reverse, there's a sense here that they're concerned about a poor judgment call. They're concerned that maybe a poor judgment call is being made. There's also Seven of Swords here associated with that. So there could be some kind of deception. It would be with an offer, deception in an offer, or deception in a communication. Yeah, I do feel like this is somebody that wants this new beginning, but there's deception here, or they may not trust the offer, or they may not trust the communication. So let's see the energy between you and this person. Show me the energy between Sagittarius and this person. The King of Swords. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Scorpio energy is here as well. But this is truthful communication. And it's working out in your favor here. Ace of Coins, this person, this is a solid new beginning. So I don't know why this person's concerned. Let me see what's affecting this connection. So there's some honest communication that's taking place regarding a stable new beginning. You feel like it's a wonderful thing, that it's something that you deserve. Wheel of Fortune sometimes can indicate destiny. You may feel this is destined. We have the King of Cups in the reverse. So what's affecting the connection is that love is not being shared. There's love here, but it's not being shared. And it may be because this person is fearing that they might make an error. They might make a mistake. You're contemplating this. You want to either receive or give love in this situation, but what's affecting the connection is that you're both holding back. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome for Sagittarius. The Hermit. You're both pulling back. You're both pulling back. You're both contemplating, thinking. Yeah, you're both contemplating and thinking about it. So are you offering love to this person and they're afraid to accept it because they don't trust it? They feel like there's deception here. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Coins. This is underlying energy. So this does indicate that whatever this is, while it's very powerful, it's moving slowly. It's moving far slower than what, you know, you may want it to. Let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Because I feel like you feel that you and this person are destined to be together. All right, we have the World and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So you're closing out a cycle of bad luck, and that's positive. So in the past, things have not been going in your favor. Things took a downward spiral. That cycle is now closing out so that things do move in your favor. And it's happening because of honest communication. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups reversed and the Hanged Man. You've been waiting for this love offer for a while. And if you haven't been waiting for them to bring it, you've been waiting to give it. I feel like, Sagittarius, you've had feelings for this person for a long time. But it's moving so slow. It's moving so slow. And I feel like something is going to change that. And it looks like it's a conversation. Why is the King of Coins here in reverse? Some of you could be getting out of a relationship. You've been involved in a relationship. Oh, yeah. There we go. Page of Cups. The Devil in reverse. And the Page of Pentacles reverse. So, yeah. So, some of you are ending another relationship. It was a toxic relationship. And that's why everything was really kind of going in a bad direction. You were in a very toxic connection. And it looks like that has ended, and now you're wanting to offer love to this person. In the past, I feel like you were involved elsewhere. Yeah, but it wasn't going anywhere. So you've ended that cycle, and you've had these feelings for this person for a long time. But this is somebody new in your energy. And you're afraid. You're afraid this person's going to turn you down. Yeah, you're afraid this person's going to turn you down because you feel like they feel like it would be a toxic connection. So I don't know if you tried to have a relationship with this person before you had ended something else, but I can see you definitely ended something else. And it is in your favor that that's happened. Regardless, ending that connection it's going to work out in your favor. Closing out that cycle is going to work in your favor, Sagittarius, because it's taking you out of a toxic cycle. But I feel like you've had feelings for this person for a while. Let's look at their energy. Why is the Ace of Coins here? Why is the Ace of Coins here? Three of Coins. Yeah, this person has been heartbroken. This person has been heartbroken here because there was an existing contract. So I feel like there's been some communication between the two of you, but this person was very hurt because it looks like you were in another connection, but you had feelings for this person and you were kind of holding those feelings back. And now it looks like you're free to express yourself to them. Why is Judgment here? And there's this opportunity for a stable new beginning. King of Swords reversed and the Two of Cups. They have love for you as well, but they're afraid that you're not telling them the truth. I see that you are. So if you're a cross watcher, the cards are indicating that Sagittarius is being truthful in the communication. I do feel like this person, Sagittarius, has been hoping and waiting to, you know, have you reach out to them they see you as a soulmate, but they're afraid of making a bad judgment call because they feel like in the past you haven't been honest with them and it broke their heart. So let me see the bottom energy. Show me the bottom energy for the person in Sagittarius energy. All right, so we have the Five of Swords reversed. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, they've been waiting for this offer. So here's the thing. This person's been waiting for this offer from you. You're afraid they're going to turn it down. You both have the Page of Coins. They have it in the upright. This is what they've been waiting for, but they feel like they've been waiting forever. And you're afraid now that you've gotten yourself out of another situation that they're not going to accept you. And they are hesitant because they don't feel that you've been honest with them in the past. And so I feel like they just don't trust the offer is what's happening here. There's definitely love here between the two of you, but you both have had to hold back. And it looks like Sagittarius because you were in another connection. Now, if the energies have reversed, put yourself where you belong. But I see that conflict ending. So I feel like there was deceit in some manner. Maybe there was a relationship with this person prior to you ending something. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, this person is not trusting that you're being honest with them, that you're being, you know, direct with them. They've been very hurt in the past. Their heart was broken. So now there's this offer on the table. They want to have this new beginning, but I feel like, and they've been waiting for that offer, but they just don't trust it. Yeah, they don't. And whatever this is has gone on for a while. Let me see why the King of Swords is here. Show me the energy between Sagittarius and this person. There it is again, that Seven of Swords. It was the deceit that broke their heart. Show me the energy between Sagittarius and this person. All right, so they're going to, in this, I see a conversation that has either occurred between the two of you or is going to. I do feel like you feel that this person, so this person likely exited your life because they didn't see you as available. You're now coming back to them and you're saying, I don't want to live without you. I don't want to be without you. I felt like you left me out in the cold here. But I've ended a cycle here and I've ended a connection here. And I feel like this relationship between us is destiny, that we were destined to be together. I do feel like this person is looking at this and they're like, yeah, I see that you're wanting to come together with me, but you know, you weren't honest with me in the past and that it hurt me. It broke my heart. So I don't know if I can trust this. Why is the King of Cups here in reverse? There is going to be a big discussion between the two of you. All right, so we have the King of Cups again in the reverse. And we have the Ten of Swords reversed. So you are the one who was really withholding your feelings and your emotions. You have them and they're very deep and very strong. But withholding the feelings and emotions, you waited. You've been waiting and waiting. But I feel like it caused this person in your energy, there was a painful ending here. So this person has been very hurt, Sagittarius. And so I do feel that they have these strong feelings for you too, but they're afraid to trust it. At the same time, they're hopeful. I do feel like this person felt like you betrayed them in the past, because it took so long for you to bring this offer to them. It took so long for you to open up and reveal your feelings. They're seeing you as being emotionally unavailable. So they're like, okay, so Sagittarius is reaching out to me. I feel like they're my soulmate, but can I really trust this offer? Can we really repair what we had from the past here? Let me see, show me the outcome between Sagittarius and this person, the end of the week. Oh, it's causing a Tower moment. The Fool in reverse and the Five of Cups. All right, so I feel like you're going to offer this person something. You're going to let them know that you are free to, you know, have this relationship with them. You've gotten yourself out of a very toxic situation and you love them and you feel like it's destiny to be together. They're considering the offer here. I do feel like there is an ending to the conflict that happened, and that conflict was related to deception, but this person's going to recede. They're going to pull back, which is going to kick off your feelings of being abandoned, feelings of being rejected by this person. I don't think they're rejecting you. I do think that they want this connection and they do love you. It's causing a Tower moment for them because they don't know if they can trust it. They don't know if they can trust it. And it's really that simple. So they're going to pull back. They're trying to make sure that they're not making a mistake here. They don't want to have their heart broken all over again. And so I do feel like each of you are going to pull back. They're going to be looking at the past, trying to figure this out. It's causing, it's stirring up a lot of emotions for them of pain, betrayal, sadness. And so they're going to have to pull back and reconcile this. I feel like this person may have been trying to move forward in their life. It's like they were waiting for this offer, but when the offer came, it's almost too good to believe, and they're just afraid. You, on the other hand, you're going into hermit mode as well, because it kind of, your worst fear came about that they wouldn't immediately accept your offer. And so we have this Fool card in reverse, which is a new beginning. All right, it's a new beginning that's trying to come into play, but it can't until they accept that offer. And so I think that this is stirring up, you know, your fears. This is what you were fearing, that they wouldn't accept it. I do think that they want this, but it's a Tower moment here. It's a Tower moment for both of you. Them, because the offer finally came through and the past is affecting them. They don't trust the offer. It's a Tower moment for you because they didn't immediately fall into this connection. So it's stirring up your fears of rejection. So that's why we see the Knight of Coins here. This is moving forward, but it's moving very, very slow. By the end of the week, I see you both doing a lot of soul searching about what is the right path, what is the best way to move forward. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate that by the end of the week, you're both going to pull back, and there's going to be a little bit of a lack of communication, but it's really based on the fact that neither of you quite know what to do at this point. So you're triggering each other is what's happening. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you, Sagittarius. Let's see. Yeah, you have number 49. It says oath. So let's read that. Give me just a second. An oath is never made lightly or in jest. Promises are meant to be honored. When you choose this symbol, perhaps it's time you look at how you've made your promises. Have you crossed your fingers behind your back, relinquishing the magic that binds you to your oath? Has anyone broken his or her promise to you? Let the person go. Don't hold on if someone refuses to be honorable. You don't want this person in your life if they're not honorable. For now, the most important promise you can make is to yourself. Promise to be kind, loving, honorable, and good. Do no harm. To belong to me, you must keep that promise. Ooh, so there's been promises that were broken in the past. So really examine yourself. Be sure that you are, coming to this person in a honorable way And be sure that, because I feel like that's what's taking place here. This person is questioning whether or not this is an honorable offer. All right. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope it's given you some clarification on this situation. If you've resonated with this reading, Sagittarius, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Sagittarius, know that you are loved, and namaste.